Hello everyone. I had a question about production cuffs and how I go about making them, so I thought I'd do a little video about them. These are for socks, little shorty socks. They could be longer, they could be sweatshirt cuffs, and in my hat book I did them half pitch 144 stitches to use for hat bands, so they're very versatile. The best thing being about them is that once you get your waist yarn done in a ribbing pattern, you don't play with needles anymore. No more needle fiddling. Yay! Start by scrapping on and then changing your scrap yarn to 1/1 rib. Easier said than done sometimes. After all the ribber adjustments, the pattern itself sounds so brief and easy, and it is. It doesn't matter where your round begins. Mine is where the yarn knot enters. Or if you knit past one round, I go past that knot knowing I'm going to cut it out. Although it does matter that you knit at least 3 stockinette rounds, but it doesn't matter exactly where you turn your ribber back on. Knit long enough to finish your cuff. Switch it out for waist yarn and give yourself about 3 inches and start the whole process again. When I'm done, I'll separate them, leaving the waist yarn on the live stitches to help me hold it to rehang them. So here I am starting. The ribber's been going. I'm going to pay attention to where this tiny little knot starts, and it always is somewhere right. So for me, it's 3 before my hash mark. One time around, knitting 3 before the hash mark. I see that guy about to move. The last guy just moved. Turn my ribber off. Continue with 1, 2, 3 rows with no ribber on. It's kind of scary. It's like the Juana's, except that instead of picking up the 3 strands that you do, you turn your ribber back on. The ribber comes out and it leaves it. Those 3 strands going around in the middle of the sock. I personally think it's a very, very nice salvage. Okay, I've done my 1 row now. So that's the complete 1/1 welt salvage. So now I'm going to put on my counter, and I think these are going to be short cuffs to go on the top of a, I don't know, mock rib shirt or sock or something. We'll see. Well, that tangle ended my cuff making. I do believe I have 10 cuffs for 5 socks. And here they are placed on the machine. I don't mind that the waist yarn ran. No big deal. I love these little eyes. Aren't they pretty? And here's my socks. So thank you. Now I'll show you hat bands. Watch as I attach this 144 stitch band to a 288 row hat. Hello. Today we're going to graft, or we have ribbing, and we're going to attach it to the hat as we make the hat. This is the edge stitch that we're going to put 1 ribbing stitch on every other row. This is the point stitch that we will raise to make our crown. So let's get started. Our first row is the grafting row, and we're just going to knit straight. 1 row straight. And now we're going to do to that row what we should do every time we're hanging the hem. Drop the hem down in, And let me show you. As you see, I've washed and folded this over. Give it a little ironing if you need to. And you see how you can see one purl stitch, one knit stitch, one purl stitch. These are the stitches we're going to add to every edge stitch as we go along. So let's add the first one. And I don't suppose we need to start at the beginning. Well, let's do it. There's the beginning of our round. So let's start at least sort of the beginning. I will take the first stitch. Not it. Okay. There we go. Then we should have raised a first needle. We're going to raise it now. And knit one row back. Arrange our weights. One weight is always on the very edge, and it'll be easy to find. And 3 weights move around and up as needed. The base weight is emptied out to all but the base, and it only holds the point needle. So now let's raise our first needle in line, and see this, keep an eye. Hang our next stitch. Our last one was a purl. This guy is a knit. Let's see, yes, that's him. Raised, hung to the edge, and back. Raise another needle, hang another stitch. Well, I've come to realize that if I don't put this band on a thread and get my big mitts out of the way, there you go. I liked my first intro best, so I'm keeping it, but now I've finished a wedge. Let's start another one. This is how you would do a second wedge. You raise the first needle this time because it's not a grafting row, and then you hang the next stitch. I'll figure get my hands out of your way soon. Okay, edge, back, raise the next needle, hang your next stitch, and the edge back again. And this is where it gets repetitious or interesting, depending. Sometimes I catch the little string. It's okay, but don't do it consistently or you're going to bind your stitches up. They won't stretch all the way. The band is on a string that's longer than it needs to be and both ends tied together. I have 3 of these hang around, no, 4. 6 wedge, 8 wedge, 9 wedge, 12 wedge beanies in my hang around pattern, all calculated out to be 288 rows each. So they're all going to be the same size as far as the rows. You would make it larger by a larger stitch size, or, well, a larger stitch size, which is the same for the bands also. This gray band is the biggest one that I've made, and it fits my husband's head, which is big. See that little needle latch wanting to drop down in my carriage slit. Yeah, I'm aware of it. I keep telling myself to go get some Scotch tape and close my slit, but here I am. Your stitch numbers have been calculated to match each other. If by error you end up with extra rib stitches, then you can double a few or just continue lifting a few needles past your hash mark. If you don't have enough rib stitches, end your hat early and head back to the point. It all works and won't be noticed in the end hat, period. You'll know when it's time to rearrange your weights and move them up. They don't need to be arranged, well, the tips some, but mostly just moving them up in the place that they're at. Put your YouTube settings on double time and watch me finish this one wedge. This is a 12 wedge hat, so I have many more to go before I'm done. I'll see you in the end. Last needle raise, so we'll lower the needles. Check the latches and return. And this wedge is done. Take count of another wedge, and when I'm done, I'll graft the sides together down to the brim. Thank you so much. It's been fun.